Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys like my videos. This is a story of what if Naruto becomes the Black Death of Konoha. Naruto changes in the Wave arc. It all starts from the bridge that Tazuna built. Before we start, be sure to check the description for the creator of this great fanfic, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like and give review of this video. So let's start. Chapter 5. Team Anko. Naruto appeared in the training grounds and instantly ducked under a fist. You will have to be faster than that, Anko-ne-chan. Naruto said. She could hear the smirk on his voice. You are too predictable. Naruto added. Oh yeah. A voice asked behind him as he felt something pointy press into his back. Suddenly Naruto exploded in a puff of smoke and Anko felt a point in her back. Yeah, you are predictable. Naruto whispered into her ear as he sheathed the katana. You have gotten better, brat. Anko told him as she looked around before embracing him. Can't let people see you have a soft side. Naruto asked with a smirk. No one will ever know I have a soft side, got it? She asked threateningly as Naruto shrugged. She suddenly tackled Naruto to the ground and had him in a headlock with her legs. Say, uncle. Nay, veer. Naruto panted out as Anko applied more pressure. She watched Naruto cross his finger. Sha, Dao, clone, jutsu. Naruto struggled to say as Anko tried to make Naruto pass out. The clones put Anko to the headlock, attempting to pull her off the real Naruto. And this is how Sakura found the two. I am not letting go till you say, uncle. Anko struggled to get out. Ack. Naruto yelled as Anko applied more pressure on his neck. I will veer say that. Naruto exclaimed. Say it. Anko exclaimed. Nay, ack. Naruto yelled as a loud crack was heard and the clones dispersed and Anko got the sadistic smirk. Say it. She yelled. No. Naruto yelled back. Ahem. Sakura said, gaining their attention. Aren't we supposed to be training Anko-sensei? We will when Naru-chan says uncle. Anko said, smiling as she changed their position into a more compromising, perverted position. Naru-chan say uncle. Anko yelled as Sakura blushed at their position. Don't call me that. Naruto gasped. And I will never say uncle. He added as he crossed his fingers. I will stop calling you Naru-chan if you say uncle, Naru-chan. Anko told him as she changed the position and locked his arms behind him, keeping him from using the shadow clone jutsu again. Say it, Naru-chan. Fine, uncle. Naruto yelled as Anko put more pressure onto him. And she exclaimed. And you are the most beautiful kunoichi alive and men worship the ground you walk on. Naruto exclaimed as Anko released him. Crazy bitch. Naruto mumbled. What was that? Anko asked cheerfully. Nothing, Ne-chan. Naruto said. Okay, you two, we are going to do a little test so I can see your abilities. Anko said, smiling sadistically. Each of you will spar with me. Anko said. Naru. I don't think that would be fair, Anko-ne-chan. Naruto said, interrupting her. First, if I were to fight you first, Sakura wouldn't have anyone to fight. Naruto told her matter-of-factly. What makes you so sure you will win? Anko asked with narrowed eyes. Who was put in the hospital the last time we spared? Naruto asked, narrowing his own eyes. The only reason you weren't in the hospital too is because you healed too damn fast. Anko exclaimed. Details. Naruto said simply. Fine, Sakura will come first. Anko said. Anko, please go easy on her. Naruto said. She doesn't heal as fast as I do. I will try not to break anything. Anko said. Try. Sakura asked weakly. Don't worry, Sakura. Naruto said, smiling at her. Anko is just messing with you. Naruto added. Maybe a little. Anko said sadistically, earning a very effective glare from Naruto. Okay, fine, I will be on the defensive, I won't hit her back. Anko said. See, she won't hit you. Naruto said. Hopefully. Naruto added in his head. Okay. Sakura said a little nervously. She got into the taijutsu stance she learned on the mission to Wave. She charged at Anko. Naruto watched as Anko grabbed Sakura's wrist and threw her. Naruto slapped his forehead. I forgot about throws. Naruto thought as he saw Sakura hit the ground hard. Sakura struggled to stand. She charged again to be thrown again. This went on for a few more minutes before Anko stopped it. You are good, but you still need some help with aerial spins. Anko told Sakura. Now for the main event. She added as she turned to Naruto, who was stretching. Just to warn you, I am a lot better since the last time we fought. Naruto told Anko as they stood apart from each other. Prove it. Anko told him as the two dropped into taijutsu stances. Sakura watched as the two vanished and shockwaves were being created. The two appeared and Naruto's and Anko's arms were a blur of movement. Do you think that cloak will protect you? Anko asked as she went to deal a high kick, but Naruto had already crouched and started spinning on one foot with the other foot straight out to sweep her feet out from under her. Anko leapt up into the air, but she saw Naruto's center of gravity change and his foot launched out and connected with Anko's forearms that were blocking her chest. Damn, he has gotten better. Anko thought as she went on the defensive. Naruto's attacks were relentless. When did he get so strong? Did he train with that freak guy? Anko thought as she dodged an attack and grabbed Naruto's arm to throw him, but Naruto smirked and changed his footing and spun Anko around to throw her. Come on Anko Ne-chan, you know how to stop this. Naruto said. I will never saw, ack. She yelled as Naruto released his hold and Anko flew through the air. She spun in the air and landed on her feet. She noticed that Naruto wasn't in front of her. I guess it is time for my finishing move. Naruto whispered into her ear and Naruto kicked her into the air. Her back was arched as she flew up. Naruto leapt up again and dealt another kick to her, making her go higher. Naruto landed on his feet and leapt up again once Anko hit the peak of her ascent. This is going to hurt, he kicked me higher than any other time he has done this move on me. Anko thought as she felt Naruto's arm hook hers. She winced when they started to spin. She knew what was coming next, but she didn't feel the ground hit her. Did you honestly think I would use that move on you when I do 2 kicks? Naruto asked. That would have killed or crippled you. Naruto said with a smirk as he set the woman on her feet. I think I won that one. Naruto said. Okay, now that I have gotten a grasp on your skill level, we will do a few missions. She told them. Okay, sensei. Sakura said as Naruto nodded. Why can't you be more respectful like her, Naruto? Anko asked as Naruto shrugged. Fine, come on you two. She ordered as the three leapt away towards the Hokage Tower. We will be getting a mission and no complaining. Why are you two looking at me? Naruto exclaimed. No reason. They chimed in unison as they went to the Hokage Tower. It didn't take the three long to get to the Hokage Tower. They were standing in front of the Hokage. Okay you three, I have a mission for you three to take care of bandit group towards the south that is terrorizing a small village. There is a chance of Chunin ranked missing nins. Sarutobi told them. The chances are it is a high-level C-ranked mission or a low to medium B-ranked. We will determine the ranking when you get back. He ordered. Team Anko go, he ordered as the three leapt out the window. Who needs to get their items? Anko asked. I do. Sakura said as Naruto shook his head no. Okay, meet us at the front gate in 5 minutes. She ordered as Sakura nodded and leapt towards her house. Naruto, why don't you need anything? She asked as Naruto pulled a scroll out. Storage seal. She asked as Naruto nodded before replacing it into his cloak. He pulled another scroll out and leaned against the gate while studying it. What is that? The ancient ninjutsu that was outlawed. Naruto told her. Why are you studying it? She asked. It might come in handy later, it is something that only I can do. Naruto told Anko as his eyes shifted down to his stomach. Ah, okay. Anko said. What does it do? Anko asked. A resurrection jutsu. Naruto told her. At the sacrifice of 100 years of my life, I can resurrect one person completely, even with their own body and soul. But they will only live for about 30 years from the time I resurrect them. Naruto explained. How many times can you use it? Anko asked. Probably once. Anko thought. 7 or 8 times. Naruto said, shocking her. I am trying to find a way to decrease the amount of years it takes from my life and increase the years of the person I am resurrecting. If the person I am resurrecting body is still fresh, I can bring them back easily without much life taken off for me. Naruto explained. It takes more of my life force to recreate an entire body and place the soul into it rather than just placing a soul into the body. Naruto explained as Sakura walked up to them with her bag slung over her shoulder. Naruto replaced the scroll into his cloak and turned to the gate. Okay you two, let's get this mission done, I have an appointment later. Anko said. In other words, she means she is going to stalk Iruka-sensei again. Naruto told Sakura. It isn't stalking. Anko exclaimed. Oh yeah, she calls it protective surveillance. Naruto said with a smirk. I have no idea what you are talking about. Anko denied as they leapt away. Oh, then you wouldn't mind him talking to other women? Naruto said as he saw her tense up. Nope. She struggled out. Why would I like him? She asked through gritted teeth. I guess that whole tripping and falling into his lap was an accident. Naruto said. That was an accident. Anko exclaimed. Right. Naruto trailed off as Sakura stifled a giggle. HPHM, she grunted. Naruto, think of plans on all possible scenarios. Anko ordered as Naruto nodded and crossed his fingers and created 20 clones. The clones instantly stopped and started to converse. Finally figured out the shadow clone jutsu's usefulness. Anko asked as Naruto nodded. A silence came over the group. We will show up into town and see if we can get any information. Anko said, breaking the silence. You two are my siblings. We are going to visit our grandmother who is on her deathbed. She told the cover story. How is that going to work? Sakura asked. You have purple hair, I have pink and Naruto's is bright blonde. Sakura told her. Not that they would see his hair with that cloak on. Sakura added. That is true. Anko said. Okay Naruto, you are not allowed to talk or show your face if asked. Why, I will answer for you. She told him as Naruto nodded. We don't know our father, but our mother had pink hair. Anko said as Sakura nodded. That should be a good cover story for this mission. She added. I guess that will work. Sakura said. Naruto made a hand sign under the cloak and was covered in a puff of smoke. What were you doing, Naruto? Anko asked. If people ask, just tell them that I was horribly burned. Naruto told her as they landed a few miles from the village. Okay, act as civilians. Anko told them as they started walking. What are our aliases? Sakura asked. I will be Hikari. Anko said as Naruto snickered. She sent a half-hearted glare at Naruto. Naruto will be Arashi, and you will be Akira. Anko told her as Naruto nodded. From this point we will refer to each other by those names. She ordered. Okay. Sakura said as they walked the last stretch in about a half hour. The small village had a register at the gate with a guard. Sakura started to get nervous. Naruto saw this and placed his hand on her shoulder trying to calm her. Anko walked up to the guards. Hello miss. The guard said. Who may you three be? He asked. I am Hikari Yomino. This is my younger brother Arashi. She said, pointing to Naruto. And my sister and Arashi's twin Akira. She said, pointing to Sakura. We will have to ask Arashi to take his cloak off. The guard said. I am sorry, but since a terrible accident 3 years ago he hasn't taken the cloak off since. Sakura said, thinking fast. You see, I was cooking and accidentally spilled some water into a pan of oil. Sakura trailed off as if remembering a horrible experience. Flames went everywhere, but Arashi Ni-chan pushed me out of the way and got horribly burnt. Sakura finished sadly as Naruto tilted the hood back to reveal a badly burned face. Sakura looked like she was close to tears. My brother doesn't speak anymore because of me. Sakura exclaimed as fake tears streamed down her eyes. Oh, I am sorry for making you remember that. The guard said quickly as Anko wrapped her arms around Sakura and pretended to soothe the girl. You may go in, he said. Once away from the guards and prying ears, Anko turned to Sakura. That was good back there. Anko whispered as Naruto nodded. Naruto could feel the eyes on them. He tapped Anko on the shoulder and pointed to a food stand. You hungry? She asked as Naruto nodded. Naruto made an extremely fast indication that they were being watched. So fast that no one under Junin could see the hand movement. Anko looked around as if trying to find somewhere else to go. Arashi-chan, why must we always eat ramen? Anko asked as Naruto shrugged. I think Akira should pick the place, she is quite upset. She said as Naruto slumped forward. Let's go to a dango shop. Sakura said in a sad voice. Yay dango. Anko yelled like a child gaining attention. Naruto slapped his forehead and glanced at Sakura pointedly. Ops. Sakura whispered as Anko started to drag them around the small village. After 15 minutes Anko had found a dango shop and started to bounce up and down. She instantly raced in, leaving Naruto and Sakura standing outside. Sakura quickly followed as Naruto calmly walked into the shop and saw his siblings sitting at a table. Anko was bouncing in her seat. Naruto shook his head as he joined them and sat across from them. It didn't take long for a waitress to walk up. What can I get for you? The waitress asked. Green tea and dango. Anko exclaimed childishly as the waitress nodded and wrote something down. She then turned to Sakura. I will have green tea and red bean soup. Sakura said as the waitress wrote her order down. Naruto didn't speak and the waitress was getting annoyed when Naruto pointed at Anko and Sakura. What would you like, sir? The waitress asked as Naruto pointed at the girls again. Sorry, my brother doesn't speak anymore. Anko said. What he wants is green tea, dango and red bean soup. Oh, I am sorry, I didn't know. The waitress said bashfully. She looked down in shame but felt a hand on her shoulder. Don't worry, he forgave you. Sakura said. Thank you, I will get your food immediately. She said before bowing and walked away. Sakura and Anko were making light conversation as Naruto listened to the gossip in the small shop. Suddenly Naruto's warning bells in his head started to go off. What is going on? Naruto thought as he glanced around trying to find what is happening. His eyes caught two people entering the shop. They were wearing black cloaks with red clouds on them. One was really tall with a bundled club on his back. The other was shorter and less threatening. A little while later the waitress came back. Naruto tugged on Anko's sleeve and made a motion. Anko nodded. I think we will need to get this to go. Anko said as she noticed his nervousness. She turned to the waitress. Arashi-chan is tired, can we take these to go? Anko asked as the waitress came back with their food and drinks. For my actions earlier, this is on the house. The waitress said as Anko smiled and took the bag and the three left. Naruto was leading them towards a hotel. What is wrong with Naruto? The two thought as they watched him. They found a hotel and Naruto walked up the receptionist. Just 3? She asked as Naruto nodded. 2 rooms? She asked as Naruto shook his head. Okay, we have 1 room with 2 beds and a couch left. She told him as he nodded and placed some money on the counter and she gave him a key. Room 24 on the 2nd floor. She told him as he walked away with Anko and Sakura close behind. Sakura was getting nervous about his nervousness. They made it to the room and Naruto unlocked the door and let the girls in the door before following after looking around. He closed it and placed a seal over the handle before throwing another one on the floor. It is safe to talk. Naruto said as he looked out the window. Naruto, what is wrong? Anko demanded. I don't know, but did you see those 2 guys in black cloaks with red clouds on it? Naruto asked as Anko and Sakura nodded. I sensed something dangerous about them. I don't know what, but it was intense. Naruto told them before moving away from the window quickly. My instincts were going off, bad. Naruto added. And you made us leave for that? Anko asked a little pissed. Yes. Naruto told her. The tall one had a lot more chakra than you, almost 3 or 4 times more. Naruto added. The smaller one had a bit less chakra. Naruto told her. But still had more chakra than you. He said as he looked out the window again. I didn't feel safe around them. Naruto told them. I think we should stay away from them. Naruto added. Naruto, how sure are you? Anko asked. About 90% sure. Naruto told her. Okay, we will give them 3 days to leave and if they don't we will search the countryside for the bandits. Anko said as the 2 nodded and Naruto pulled the seals off and pocketed them. Anko and Sakura started to eat the food. Naruto had stayed near the window and continued to look out the window. Arashi-chan, you should eat. Sakura told Naruto as he nodded and grabbed his food and ate with them. Unknown to the 2, Naruto had slipped into his mindscape. Naruto's mindscape. Naruto opened his eyes to see fields and forests. I am so glad I found that scroll on how to change your mindscape. Naruto thought as he saw a beautiful woman with long orange reddish hair, 2 orange fluffy fox ears and 9 bushy tails sitting against a tree. Naruto noticed her nose twitch as he drew closer. Hello Naruto-kun. She said. Hey Kyubi-chan. Naruto said. What is with those 2 men? Naruto asked. The taller one reeked of the man that made me attack Konoha. Kyubi told Naruto. The shorter one also smelled of the same person but not as strong. She added. Interesting. Naruto said. Okay, I should get back before they get suspicious. Naruto added. Okay Naruto-kun. Kyubi said as Naruto vanished. Naruto is becoming strong. Kyubi thought. Real world. Naruto came back to reality to hear Anko and Sakura talking about something. I think Naruto is hotter than Sasuke. Anko said bluntly. I do have to admit Naruto is above average but Sasuke is hotter than him. Sakura said. No Naruto. Anko exclaimed. Sasuke. Sakura exclaimed back. Naruto. Anko exclaimed as Naruto smacked his forehead, gaining their attention. Oh, you are back. Anko said, smiling. 15 minutes ago. Anko noticed Naruto's faraway look. So Akira, who do you think the top 5 hottest men in Konoha are? Anko asked. That is a tough one. Sakura said. Why don't you tell me who you think it is? Number 1 is Iruka, then Kakashi, Asuma, Naruto, and then Izumo, Anko said flatly. Kakashi. Sakura asked. No one has ever seen his face. It is the mystery that makes him hotter. Anko said bluntly. So who do you think it is? I don't know. Sakura said. I don't know many men in Konoha. She said, blushing. Just the rookie 9. She added. Okay, name the 5 hottest of them. Anko told her. Okay, Sasuke, Naruto, Shikamaru, Kiba, then Shino. Sakura said. Naruto came back to reality to hear Anko and Sakura talking about something. I think Naruto is hotter than Sasuke. Anko said bluntly. I do have to admit Naruto is above average, but Sasuke is hotter than him. Sakura said. No, Naruto. Anko exclaimed. Sasuke. Sakura exclaimed back. Naruto. Anko exclaimed as Naruto smacked his forehead, gaining their attention. Oh, you are back. Anko said, smiling. Naruto grabbed a piece of paper. What were you talking about? Naruto wrote on the paper. Just who the top 5 hottest guys were. Anko said bluntly as Sakura blushed. Who do you think the top 5 hottest women are? Naruto started to write on the paper. Hinata, Anko and Kurenai tied for 2nd, Sakura and Ino tied for 4th. Naruto held the paper up for them to read. He thinks I am hotter. Anko bragged. He also thinks Hinata is hotter than you. Sakura stated. At least I am not in last place. Anko stated. But you aren't in first. Sakura said. Hey, you were right. Anko exclaimed as she turned her head to Naruto. Why are Kurenai and I tied for 2nd? Because Hinata is prettier than the 2 of you. Naruto wrote on the paper. Why am I lumped with Ino Pig? Sakura asked. Both of you annoy me sometimes. Naruto wrote but then scribbled it out, but Sakura saw what he wrote. Help me. Naruto wrote as Sakura dealt a chakra-infused punch to him. Luckily for Naruto, he had channeled his own chakra into the cloak to harden it. Be careful, we are trying to be discreet. Naruto wrote on the paper. He did a low-level fire jutsu to incinerate the paper. Arashi-chan is right, we need to be careful. She said as Naruto went to the window and his eyes widened. He instantly went to the door and placed an explosive seal onto it and upturned the beds. Get behind here. Naruto whispered to Anko and Sakura. I saw them enter the hotel. Naruto whispered. They did as Naruto said. Soon they heard people walk up to the door. Naruto gulped. This is the room, the receptionist said. A voice said from outside the door. Can I break the door down? Another voice asked. Naruto gulped again as he threw several more explosive seals onto the door. Naruto threw his cloak around Sakura and Anko and hardened his cloak with his chakra as an explosion ripped through the room. Naruto instantly stood with his katana unsheathed. Don't look into the short man's eyes, he has the Mangekyo Sharingan. Kyubi roared into his head. Watch out for the short man's eyes, avoid eye contact at all times. Naruto warned. I will fight the big guy. Naruto said as the big man and short man walked in. Naruto-kun, that was a very ingenious idea. The shorter one said. You seem to know me but I don't know you. Naruto said as he looked at the man's feet. You know it isn't polite to not look into their eyes. The man said. Oh, and I am Itachi Uchiha and this is my partner Kisame Hoshigaki. Itachi told Naruto. Why do you want me? Naruto asked. For something that you have in you that we desperately need. Itachi said as Anko's and Naruto's eyes widened. Well, you can't have that. Naruto said as he vanished and attacked Kisame. The force of Naruto's attack sent them both through the walls behind Kisame and Itachi. Naruto went into a series of fierce attacks that started to push Kisame back, who still hasn't been able to draw his sword. Don't think that I will let you draw your sword, Samahata. Naruto said as he spun and dealt a slash across his chest. Kisame leapt back and pulled his sword out. Haha, now you are in for it. Kisame said with a sadistic smirk. That is what you think. Naruto said as he appeared in front of Kisame and exploded. With Anko and Sakura, the two were avoiding Itachi's eye as they fought him. The two suddenly found themselves in the streets as another explosion ripped the hotel room they were in apart. The windows exploded. Let's go, I have only temporarily delayed them. Naruto said as the two nodded and leapt away. Once they were 20 minutes from the village, Naruto stopped, causing the two girls to stop. We need to get to Konoha and soon. Naruto said. Naruto, it is a 7-hour trip. Anko told him. Not the way I am thinking. Naruto said. Grab a part of my cloak and hold on tight. He ordered as they did. This is a jutsu I copied when I was tricked into stealing the forbidden scroll. Naruto told them. Please tell no one about it. Naruto said as the three vanished in a yellow flash. Naruto had performed the Hiraishin no Jutsu and appeared in his apartment in Konoha. Since the seal was for Minato Namikaze, Naruto had to use a lot of chakra to use it for himself, but to transport others it takes a lot more chakra. He had almost drained his chakra reservoir completely. Naruto, was that the Hiraishin no Jutsu? Anko asked as Naruto weakly nodded. It takes a lot of my chakra to do it by myself. With others, it takes most of my chakra. Naruto panted. Naruto, we have to report into the Hokage. Can you move? Anko asked. Yeah, I am only at genin level chakra. Naruto said weakly as Anko gasped. It is common knowledge among the shinobi ranks that Naruto had at least 20 times more chakra than most Kage. I will need help. Naruto added. Man, I haven't been this depleted in a long time. Naruto told them. How much chakra do you have? Sakura asked as she slung his arm around his shoulders. I am currently at about 1% chakra. Naruto told her. My massive chakra capacity is the reason I have troubles with jutsu that take little chakra. Naruto explained to the stunned girl as they went towards the Hokage tower. With Sarutobi, I can't believe I unwittingly sent Naruto to a trap for Akatsuki. Sarutobi thought. I sent a messenger bird 5 hours ago. Sarutobi thought as the door was slammed open. His head snapped up to see Naruto being supported by Sakura and Anko. Thank God you three are okay. Sarutobi said with a sigh of relief. Yeah, it was because of Naruto we survived. Anko said as she placed Naruto on the seat. Now tell us how and why two missing shinobi are after Naruto. Anko demanded as she glared at the older man. I can't say it in front of Sakura. Sarutobi said. It pertains to an S-ranked secret. Sarutobi added. Sakura, please leave. Do not worry, Sakura, everything will be told to you at some point. Sarutobi added when Sakura didn't move. She grudgingly moved when Sarutobi pointed at the door. Naruto threw 2 seals onto the ground. Seal. Naruto exclaimed as the room glowed for a second before going back to normal. What was that? Sarutobi asked. A privacy seal. Naruto said. It will show you with a box of tissues close by with a small orange book. Naruto added with a smirk. Now tell us why Itachi and Kisame were after me. Naruto said seriously. They are a part of an organization that is after the 9 bijous. Sarutobi explained. It is called Akatsuki. He said. I just recently learned of it. And if I knew Akatsuki was at that village I would have sent Junin there to take them out. But I didn't get that news until about an hour after you three left. He explained. Since Naruto is the youngest of the Jinchuriki, he is currently the easiest to get, or so they thought. Sarutobi told them. I want you to be on high alert, okay? Sarutobi said. I have called an old friend to come and start training you soon. Hopefully you will be placed as his apprentice, but we will not know till he shows up. Sarutobi told him. Okay. Naruto said. I need to train. Naruto thought. Now how did you get here so fast? I sent several teams out to get you three. Sarutobi told him. Well, most people thought I just learned the shadow clone jutsu. Naruto said with a smirk. They wouldn't think that I would copy some jutsus. Naruto added with a smirk. I copied the Hiraishin no jutsu. Naruto told Sarutobi. But I can use it 5 times in quick succession, 20 times with a minute rest between uses, and once if I carry people. Naruto told the stunned Hokage. I haven't figured my personal seal out yet. Naruto admitted. Just like Minato. Sarutobi thought. Ah, but if I don't give up I will find it soon. Naruto added, smiling weakly. I should be fine tomorrow. Naruto told them. And that is like Kushina. Sarutobi thought. Okay Naruto, go and get some rest. I will have a Hyuga here to see if you are at full power. He told Naruto, who nodded and with Anko's help made it home. She placed him in his bed before leaving. Chapter 6. 1 week before Chunin exams. It had been 2 months since Team Anko took on their first mission. Team Anko met up the next day and Naruto met one of the most intimidating man he had ever seen. Hiashi Hyuga, the head of the Hyuga clan, had been called to check Naruto. Hiashi had said Naruto was at half strength, but that was more than enough to do simple C-ranked mission at the hardest. They had completed 5 C-ranked delivery missions to towns around Konoha and 10 D-ranked mission in the 3 days they were together. By the end of the second day after their return, Naruto was at his normal chakra level. It was later revealed to Naruto that Hiashi Hyuga was actually Hinata Hyuga's father, and with Naruto's steadily growing affections towards the shy Hyuga, Naruto was also steadily growing more scared. Each training session the two had, they grew closer and closer. It was now a common sight that the two were together on one of their little outings. At first people were shocked and instantly went to Hiashi, who dismissed them immediately. But right now Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura were waiting for Kakashi to show up, but he was already 2 hours late. Naruto was apparently smarter than Sasuke because he placed earplugs into his ear to protect himself for when Kakashi finally showed. "Where is he?" Sakura exclaimed. "I don't know," Naruto said, reading her lips. Suddenly Sakura's complaining was stopped as Kakashi appeared in smoke. "You, late." Sakura yelled so loudly that Naruto actually had heard her perfectly clear. But poor Sasuke and Kakashi didn't have such protections as he did. Kakashi made up some bogus lie about getting lost on the road of life, but Naruto just tuned him out as he told them the real reason he was late. "I have nominated you 3 for the Chunin exams," Kakashi said. "You're joking, right?" Naruto asked, surprising everyone. "No, why?" Kakashi asked ignorantly. "Maybe because you basically ditched Sakura and I in favor of training Sasuke," Naruto told Kakashi coldly. Naruto's respect for Kakashi has been slowly declining the longer he was Naruto's sensei. "You know Naruto is right, Kakashi," Sakura said. Both Sakura and Naruto had stopped referring to Kakashi as sensei when they noticed they were only told to do chakra control exercise. "I will not tolerate this," Kakashi said as he looked at the two. "I will repo. You report us, we report you," Naruto said. And blatant favoritism is punishable much more harshly than not following simple training orders, Naruto told Kakashi. "What, are you jealous?" Sasuke asked. "As if," Naruto said. "I am a wind-water time," Naruto told Sasuke. "He can't do most wind jutsu because they don't involve hand signs, so he can't copy it," Naruto said. "So he is useless as my sensei," Naruto told him. "Asuma sensei or even Kurenai sensei are more suited to me," Naruto said as he walked away after grabbing a sheet. "I will think this over," Naruto said as he walked. Sakura had grabbed her sheet and followed Naruto. "Where are you going, Naruto?" Sakura asked. "To the academy," Naruto said. "Iruka sensei wants me to make an appearance since my new nickname has spread through the land of fire," Naruto added. "Ah yes, the much feared Black Death of Konoha," Sakura said, nodding. "So what are you going to do?" "I was thinking of doing the Void Shunshin," Naruto said. "And saying something frightening to them," Naruto told her. "Then I might take Konohamaru and have him stay home for a while. I will promise to teach him a really powerful ninjutsu," Naruto told Sakura as they walked through Konoha towards the academy. Naruto handed her a genjutsu scroll. "Here, why don't you go practice this while I go scare some academy students?" Naruto asked as she nodded. Naruto nodded and vanished in a void of black. Iruka's classroom. Iruka was teaching his class when a black sphere appeared and soon dissipated to show a cloaked form. "Damn, Naruto knows how to make an entrance," Iruka thought. "Okay everyone, we have a special guest today," Iruka called out, gaining all their attentions. "Here's one of my former students, Naruto Uzumaki, also known as the Black Death of Konoha," he said as everyone started to whisper to their friends. "He is here to tell you the life of a shinobi." "You didn't tell me that," Naruto said flatly. "Anyways, I wasn't prepared a lecture, but if you want I can show you a few ninjutsus I have learned," Naruto said. "It will show that hard work, and several hundred clones," he added in his head, "will get you more power than having it handed to you," Naruto said as he looked at Iruka for his assent. "Okay class, let's go outside so Naruto can do a small demonstration," Iruka said as the class cheered. It didn't take long for everyone to be outside. "Okay everyone, I am a wind and water user," Naruto told them. "Does anyone know a jutsu that they want me to show?" Konohamaru, Udon, and Mogi's hands shot up. Okay, you three, which one do you want to see, again? The Wind Dragon. Konohamaru exclaimed eagerly. Okay. Naruto said with a sweat drop. Naruto closed his eyes as dark clouds started to form about the academy. Soon a cyclone started to spin and take the shape of a serpentine dragon. Naruto commanded it to do some aerial acrobats. It disappeared soon after. All but the Konohamaru Corps were shocked at Naruto's power. Next. Naruto said. The Maelstrom. Moegi exclaimed. I need Hinata-chan in order to do that jutsu. Naruto told her. It is a combination jutsu. Naruto explained. What about the one you have been working on? Udon asked. I guess I can show that one. Naruto said. This is a 100% nature manipulation jutsu. Naruto said as he held his hands together next to his sides. He slowly pulled his hands away as a wind sphere formed in his hands. He hit a training post and nothing happened to the post for the first second before it completely exploded in splinters. One more before we have to go inside. Naruto said. Can you show us your speed? Moegi asked. I guess I can do that, but it isn't a jutsu, just weight training. Naruto said. Intensive weight training. Naruto added in his head as he heard Kyubi snicker. But I can show you. Naruto said as he disappeared and reappeared all around the class. They were in awe at Naruto even though he was holding back most of his speed. Okay everyone, time to go back inside where I have something important to tell you. Naruto said as they all rushed into the classroom eager to hear what the Black Death had to say. Once inside, Naruto had a gleam in his eye that Iruka knew all too well. Okay everyone, I am going to say this once, so listen up. Naruto said as all the students leaned forward eagerly. If Iruka-sensei has a bad student, he will call me to deal with them with however I see fit. Naruto said as he vanished and appeared behind Konohamaru. You were on the top of the list. Naruto said as the two vanished in a black sphere. What do you think he will do to Konohamaru? Was the number one question. Okay everyone, be quiet. Iruka said as the room became deathly silent. Oh, I am going to have to thank Naruto for this. Iruka thought. With Naruto and Konohamaru appeared in front of the Sarutobi compound. So Konohamaru, I don't want you to go to school or walk in public for at least 4 days. Naruto said. It is part of the prank I am doing. Naruto added as the boy nodded and opened the gate for them. Mom, I am home. Konohamaru exclaimed. What are you doing home so early? His mother Izumi asked. Oh, Naruto-ni-san took me out to teach a lesson to the class. Konohamaru said. Oh really, what is that? Izumi asked. To listen to Iruka-sensei or face a punishment at the hands of the Black Death. Naruto told her with a smile as she shook her head. He needs to be out of school for at least a week to drive the lesson home. Naruto said. Don't worry, I will come and teach Konohamaru everything he would learn in the academy. Naruto added. I have a C-ranked mission with Anko ne-chan today, so I will see you either tomorrow or the day after. Naruto told the boy as he vanished in a black shunshin. With Anko at the gate, Anko was waiting for Naruto to show up so they could go on their mission to deliver some supplies to a small town that had a drought. Naruto appeared at the gate in his black shunshin. Sorry I am late, Kakashi-sensei was late, again. Naruto said as Anko nodded knowingly. Then I had the thing with Iruka-sensei. Did he say anything about me? Anko asked eagerly. Nope. Naruto said. You're dragging the cart. Anko told Naruto. Why? Naruto asked. You are stronger. Anko said simply. Chop chop, get pullin'. She ordered as Naruto grudgingly started pulling the cart. So are you doing the Chunin exam? Anko asked while she remembered the meeting. Flashback begin. All the Junin senseis and Junin and Chunin proctors were called to see the Hokage. Okay everyone, you all know that the Chunin exams will be held in 1 week's time. Sarutobi said. Who will nominate their teams? Sarutobi asked as Junin sensei after Junin sensei nominated their teams. Kakashi Hatake nominates Team 7 for the Chunin exams. Kakashi said in a boring tone. What? Anko yelled angrily. Do you realize that there is killing is allowed in the exam? Anko asked angrily as Kurenai struggled to keep her back. I know your team isn't ready, she exclaimed. I would think you would. Kakashi replied. I mean, you do train with Naruto and Sakura. Kakashi added. That is because you ditched them to teach that brat of an Uchiha. Anko ground out angrily, her curse mark was burning with her rage. You wouldn't get it, I am the only one who can tiak, Kakashi began. And who taught you? Anko asked as everyone's eyes widened. Stop this now. Sarutobi ordered. Kakashi, I will have a word with you after the exams. He added. Flashback end, I will be thinking about it. Naruto said, interrupting Anko's flashback. Good. Anko said as she sensed something. She saw that Naruto tensed. Do you sense them too? Anko asked Naruto in sign language. He made an almost unnoticeable nod. How many do you sense? Anko asked. I sense 6, wait no 7. Naruto signed back. 2 out of the 7 have Chunin level chakra reserves, the other 5 have Genin and below. Naruto told her. They sure are gutsy to come after this cart. Anko signed as she grew a vicious smile. Oh. Naruto thought as the 2 Chunin jumped out in front of them and the other 5 jumped out behind them, hoping to snag the stuff without Naruto and Anko noticing. I take these 2 chumps and you take the other 5. Anko asked as she cracked her knuckles. I was hoping for a way for me to vent the anger I have towards Kakashi. She added. Naruto shrugged at her. Remember Anko, they are wanted alive, so don't get too overboard. Naruto told her. Okay, no deaths, but broken bones, gashes and stabs are okay. Anko said as Naruto turned to the 5. If you leave now I will let you live. Naruto said coldly. It is 5 versus 1, we have the upper hand. One of the thugs said. You mean had? Naruto said, pointing towards the trees. It is now 5 versus 1,000. Naruto said with a smirk as the clones surrounded the thugs. Now do you know who I am? He asked as the clones split up and let the real Naruto through. And no. The thugs stuttered. Fools like you call me the Black Death of Konoha. Naruto said as 2 of the thugs passed out. The other 3 were too scared to pass out. Now should I or shouldn't I kill you? Naruto said calmly as he walked towards the shaking men. Naruto slowly took his katana out that made the last 3 pass out as the clones all dispersed, giving Naruto back his chakra. That was fun. Naruto said as he looked to see Anko sitting on top of the 2 Chunin clapping at him. Well done Naruto-kun. Anko said as she stood and got off the 2 Chunin. Man, she is Heya. The Chunin didn't finish as Anko's foot connected with his groin, making him pass out. Naruto shook his head as he made 7 clones. You know you are a loose cannon sometimes. Naruto told her as the clones took the men back to the Konoha to be brought up on charges. Come on, let's finish this mission. Naruto told her. Why do you have to train with Hinata-chan? Anko asked. Naruto was happy that his hood was up because his face was beet red. And no. Naruto stuttered. Right. Anko said, not believing him. You know I haven't met her yet, you know that is your older sister, I need to meet her. Anko added. Oh hell no. Naruto exclaimed. You do anything to her and I will tell Iruka-sensei who has been sending him those pictures. So? Anko asked. And I won't tell him it is you. Naruto added as Anko glared at him. Do we have a deal? Naruto asked. Fine, but I still want to meet her. Anko told Naruto. I want to make sure she is good enough for you. Anko added. Although Kurenai-chan does talk fondly of Hinata a lot. I know Kurenai-chan is an excellent judge of character and she says Hinata is kind, gentle, and is shy, especially around Naruto. Anko thought. What embarrassing stories should I tell? Anko thought. Fine. Naruto said. I think she is too good for me. Naruto thought as he glanced at Anko. They had finished the mission in 2 hours with 2 more incidents, but the thugs ran away when they saw Naruto. So Naruto, what did you tell Kakashi when he showed up? Oh, I told him the truth. Naruto told Anko. That he ditched Sakura and I, before I left, and Sakura ran up to me. It didn't take the duo long to make it back to Konoha. Next time we do this I am making clones to carry the damned cart. Naruto told Anko as he stretched his arms. Why don't you just seal it away? Anko asked. The seal needed is extremely complex and I don't want to waste my time on something that a few clones can do. Naruto told Anko as they walked through Konoha. Naruto saw a flash of indigo. Must be Hinata-chan. Naruto thought when he was suddenly tackled with a light person straddling his back. Hello Naruto-kun. The person whispered into his, making him shiver. Naruto, who is this girl? Anko asked. Oh Anko-ne-chan, this is Hinata Hyuga. Naruto said as he stood up, but Hinata stayed latched to him. Hinata, this is Anko Midarashi. Naruto said. Hello. Hinata said over Naruto's shoulder. Oh, so you are the infamous Hinata that Naruto always tells me about. Anko said as Naruto blushed and thanked Zabuza and Haku for giving him the cloak to hide his blush. Really, Naruto-kun talks about me? Hinata asked as Anko nodded. Boss. Naruto heard a young girl and boy yell. Naruto turned to see Udon and Moegi. They looked frantic. What is it? Naruto asked serious. Konohamaru-kun and Hanabi-chan are in trouble. Moegi exclaimed as Hinata leapt off of his back and the two launched towards where the two children had come from. They rounded the corner to see Hanabi and Konohamaru lifted off the ground by their shirts. Naruto's rage went off the charts as eyes changed colors to red. He vanished along with Hinata, whose rage was equivalent to his. Naruto appeared behind the shinobi holding Hanabi and Konohamaru with his katana pressed tightly to his neck as Hinata shut down the chakra to his arms. Release them. Naruto ordered dangerously as he placed the blade harder against his neck. The shinobi released them and Naruto sheathed the katana. Hinata had grabbed her sister and Konohamaru and leapt back as the shinobi reached for the bundle on his back. Naruto-kun, he has a puppet on his back. Hinata warned with her Byakugan active. Maybe I should make it into firewood. Naruto said coldly as he placed his hand on the katana handle. He felt something grab onto his shin. Naruto pulsed his chakra, making the string of chakra release him. Kankuro Tamari, stop now or else I will kill you. A boy said behind Naruto. Naruto had felt the presence of the person coming. He has the same kind of chakra running through him as Naruto-kun. Hinata thought. Why yes Gaara. Kankuro stuttered as Naruto stood protectively in front of the two. What is your name? Gaara demanded as he looked at Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto told Gaara. We are leaving. Gaara said as he and Kankuro vanished. But Tamari had stayed. So you are the Black Death of Konoha? Tamari asked, walking seductively towards Naruto. That is what people call me. Naruto said indifferently, clearly not fazed by her. So would you like to go? Tamari began when Hinata latched onto Naruto's arm. Like hell he will. Hinata said as she glared at Tamari. He is mine. Hinata added. Tamari looked at Hinata indifferently. Well, if you get tired of her you can call me. Tamari said with a wink and blowing a kiss at him. So Hinata-chan, I am yours. Naruto asked, making the girl blush. I would like it if we were going out. Hinata said nervously. Please don't hate me. Hinata thought. Okay. Naruto said. Okay. Hinata asked, confused. We can go out. Naruto told her as he saw the biggest smile cross over Hinata's face right before she tackled him to the ground, again. This time Hinata's lips were mashed against Naruto's in a passionate kiss. Go boss Ne-chan. Konohamaru and Hanabi yelled. Hinata released Naruto. Hinata was blushing heavily. Konohamaru, Naruto said as he turned to the boy. What did I tell you earlier? Naruto asked, looking at Konohamaru. Not to go outside, but you promised to play shinobi with us. Konohamaru said. And now that Hinata Ne-chan is here she can play too. Konohamaru added sheepishly. Naruto rubbed his eyes before bonking Konohamaru on the head. Fine. Naruto said. But you will have to find us. Naruto said as he wrapped his arm around Hinata's waist, making her blush before the two vanished in Naruto's black shunshin. Somewhere else Naruto and Hinata appeared in a clearing. There was a river and waterfall not too far away. Hinata was a little dizzy like always when Naruto took her in his shunshin. Once her vision cleared she looked around. Beautiful. Hinata whispered. It is only the second most beautiful thing I have seen. Naruto said as Hinata looked at him. You are the first. Naruto whispered to the blushing girl as he wrapped his arms around her waist. You know we have the next week off. Naruto said. How about we go on a date? Naruto asked. I would like that. Hinata said excitedly. I finally get a date with Naruto-kun, my Naruto-kun. Hinata thought as she pecked him on the lips. Where would you like to go? Naruto asked. I don't care, as long as I am with you. Hinata told Naruto with a small smile. Okay. Naruto said as he made a clone that vanished in the shunshin. Let's eat here. Naruto said as he took his cloak off to reveal surprisingly tanned skin, broad shoulders. He was wearing a shirt that hugged his muscles, making Hinata blush. Oh my god, Naruto-kun is so. Hinata's thought trailed off, she couldn't think of a proper word to call Naruto. Hinata, there is something I have to tell you. Naruto told Hinata. It is the reasons I am hated by some of the villagers. Naruto added. I don't care about that. Hinata insisted. Hinata, this is something you have to know about if we actually start dating. Naruto told her. It is a promise I made to your father. Naruto added. Do you know what happened October 10, 13 years ago? Naruto asked as Hinata nodded. Kyuubi attacked the village, and the fourth Hokage sacrificed his life to kill Kyuubi. Hinata told Naruto. Well, that isn't completely true. Naruto told Hinata. Eventually Kyuubi will die, but she isn't dead yet. Naruto added. You see, the tailed beasts are too powerful for a human to kill. Depending on the amount of tails they can be sealed into object, or people. Naruto explained to Hinata. Tails 1 through 4 can be sealed into either objects or any kind of person. 4 and 5 tails they can only be sealed into people of ages 10 and younger. 6 to 9 tails they have to be sealed into newborn babies. Naruto told Hinata as he lifted to shirt. The fourth Hokage used a combination of the dead demon consuming seal and 8 trigrams seal to seal the Kyuubi's chakra and spirit into me. Naruto told Hinata. Hinata gasped at the news. I will understand if you hate M. Naruto was interrupted by 2 soft lips on his own. I don't care that you have Kyuubi sealed in you. Hinata whispered to Naruto. You are Naruto-kun and no one else, you are not Kyuubi. Hinata told her. You are no demon. Hinata said as her thumb ran over Naruto's whisker marks. Are these from Kyuubi's influence? Well, first, Kyuubi isn't a demon. Naruto began. She is the boss Kitsune of the Kitsune summoning clan, which are the rulers of the summons. Naruto told Hinata. And in a way these whisker marks are a result of Kyuubi's influence on me. But not from the sealing but from when I was in my mother's womb. Naruto told Hinata. My mother was the previous Jinchuriki of Kyuubi no Kitsune. Naruto told Hinata, who gasped again. So in a sense I am part Kitsune. Naruto told her as the clone came back with food. Chapter 6. 1 week before Chunin exams end. Chapter 7. 1 week later, the Chunin exams, first exam after Naruto's and Hinata's first date. They became even more inseparable than before. Now they spent most of their downtime after team training together. The main difference is that they held hands now instead of walking next to each other. Naruto had gone to bed the night before alone, but when he woke up he felt a light weight on his left arm. Who is that? Naruto thought as he opened his eyes to see 2 lavender orbs staring into his cerulean orbs. Morning, Naru-kun. Hinata said as she kissed him. Naruto eagerly kissed her back. Hello, Hina-hime. Naruto said after he pulled away from her. When did you get here? Naruto asked. About 10 last night. Hinata told him. Do you want me dead? Naruto asked, confusing Hinata as she tilted her head to the side. Your father. Naruto told her. If he finds out we slept together he will kill me. Naruto said as Hinata blushed at what Naruto had said. Naruto saw her blush and faraway look and Naruto realized what he said. Oh, is my little Hina-hime a pervert? Naruto asked as Hinata blushed. Only with you, Naru-kun. Hinata whispered into his ear, making him blush and shudder. Is my Naru-kun a pervert too? Hinata asked. Only for you, my hime. Naruto told Hinata as she kissed him again. When they pulled away Naruto glanced at the clock. Oh no, Hina-hime, we have to go. Naruto said as Hinata looked at the clock and her eyes widened. Ah, she exclaimed. I have 10 minutes before I have to meet my team. She told Naruto. She instantly got up to reveal that she was wearing a light blue nightgown that made Naruto blush. She instantly went into his bathroom with some clothes. It took her less than a minute to change. Her clothes were a mess as she gave Naruto a quick kiss. Bye, Naru-kun, I will see you later. Hinata told him before leaping out the window towards the training grounds. I got to take a shower. Naruto thought as he got out of the bed and his mind went back to Hinata's nightgown. He was wearing a pair of pajama pants and no shirt. He heard a knock come at the door. Who could that be? Naruto thought as he threw on his cloak before answering the door. He saw a 6'2" man with long black hair and pale eyes looking down at him. Naruto gulped because in front of him was Hiashi Hyuga. Hello Hiashi-sama. Naruto stuttered. Hello Naruto-san. Hiashi said. Please come in. Naruto said, moving to the side to let the bigger man in. What can I do for you? Naruto asked as Hiashi held up a bag of clothes. I know Hinata slept here last night. Hiashi said. I know that now you two are dating that this will happen more often. Hiashi told Naruto as he held the bag towards Naruto. These are some of her clothes that you should keep here for when she sleeps over. Naruto's nervousness nearly went away. But if I find out you two do anything I will make sure you will never mold chakra again. He threatened as Naruto's nervousness came back tenfold. Oh okay. Naruto stuttered as he took the bag into his room. Hiyoshi-sama, I promise to not do anything to her that she doesn't want. Naruto said to Hiyoshi. You two remind me of a few people. Hiyoshi said. Who? Naruto asked. Your parents. Hiyoshi said. You are a lot alike Kushina and your father. Kushina was a free spirit that also never went back on her word, she loved pranks, and loved ramen. Hiyoshi told Naruto. Your father was a compassionate person, he loved everyone, he grieved for anyone he killed, and he loved his wife. I am sure you and Hinata will be just like them. Hiyoshi told Naruto. But you will have to tell her about it. Hiyoshi added. She already knows. Naruto told Hiyoshi. We didn't even get to go on our first date before I told her. Naruto added as Hiyoshi nodded in approval. You are a very good man, Naruto. Hiyoshi said. Thank you. Naruto said, bowing his head to Hiyoshi. Thanks for telling me about my mother and father too. Naruto added. No need to thank me. Hiyoshi said. But I am sorry, Naruto Uzumaki. Hiyoshi said, bowing his head to Naruto, stunning him. Not many people know who your father is, and if I had adopted you it would have brought a lot of suspicion, I couldn't do it without reason. Hiyoshi told him. I tried to protect you as much as I could. I already know that. Naruto told Hiyoshi. I am sure if you hadn't have protected me I would have turned cold and distant. Naruto added. I am sure too. Hiyoshi said. You should get ready for the exam, it starts in an hour. Hiyoshi told him. I will let myself out. Hiyoshi told Naruto as he nodded and went to the bathroom to change his clothes under his cloak, but in his rush he missed something. He was already out the door into the school when he noticed what he missed. He was shocked that he forgot this object of clothing. He didn't wait long before Sakura showed up. Hello Naruto. Sakura said. Hello Sakura. Naruto said. I am glad you choose to take the exam. Naruto told her. I am a little nervous. Sakura admitted. You said that killing was allowed, what will I do? She asked. Sakura, you will do what you have to. Naruto told her. And I will try to protect you as much as possible. Naruto added. Thanks Naruto. Sakura said. No problem. Naruto said as they fell into a comfortable silence. They waited 20 more minutes before Sasuke showed up. Don't slow me down, was all Sasuke said before walking into the school. He is going to get either himself, one of us, or both of us killed. Naruto stated simply as Sakura nodded. The two walked into the school after Sasuke. Sakura, did you work on that genjutsu I gave you? Naruto asked as she nodded. I haven't gotten it right yet though. Sakura said. What about those earth jutsus I gave you? Naruto asked. I can do the field spike jutsu, but I still don't have the chakra to do the others. Sakura told Naruto. I figured as much. Naruto said. What about you? Sakura asked. I have been working on that wind jutsu I am creating. Naruto told Sakura. I am almost done. Naruto added. All I need to do is add chakra manipulation in order to perfect it. But so far it has been impossible for me to do it. Naruto told her. I am sure you will get it eventually. Sakura said as they made it to the second floor. Naruto saw a boy begging to be let in. Hey, you are all losers if you can't tell this is a genjutsu. Sasuke said as his two teammates looked at him as if he was stupid. Naruto slammed his palm against his forehead. And how did you get Rookie of the Year? Naruto asked sarcastically. You do realize that you increased our competition? Naruto asked dryly as he walked through the crowd. The Konoha shinobi who recognized Naruto stepped away from him. Sakura was close behind Naruto as they walked. Naruto suddenly stopped and grabbed a foot that was nearly an inch from Sasuke's head. I would appreciate it if you didn't attack my teammate even though I have been tempted to do what you just tried. Naruto said as he let the boy who was begging moments ago go. Oh, and next time you want to fool someone, put a genjutsu on the Hyuga's eyes. I could tell he had the Byakugan immediately. Naruto added. Let's go. Naruto ordered as he walked away. They didn't make it far before the odd boys show up again. Sasuke Uchiha, I am Rock Lee and I challenge you to a duel. He trailed off as he looked at Sakura. Naruto saw Lee appear in front of Sakura. Are you Sakura Haruno? Lee asked as Sakura nodded. You are so beautiful, will you go out with me? Lee asked. I promise to always protect you. I am sorry Lee, but I am not interested in dating right now. Sakura said. Okay. Lee said, a little disappointed, making Sakura a little guilty. How about we go get some lunch sometime to get to know each other better? Sakura asked as Lee nodded happily. Lee shook his head and remembered what he came to do. Oh yes, I am here to ask Sasuke Uchiha to a duel. Lee said as he turned to Naruto. Naruto wasn't paying attention as Lee looked at him. Oh, you were talking to me? Naruto asked in a bored tone. I am Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto said, bowing his head to Lee. I wonder if all of Kakashi-sensei's students are this cool. Lee thought with anime tears running down his cheeks as Naruto and Sakura sweat dropped. I thought you wanted to fight me. Sasuke said. Do you know what, I am in the mood to watch Sasuke get his ass handed to him. Naruto said with a smirk. Like this loser will beat me. Sasuke said as the two walked out a bit. Naruto and Sakura watched as Sasuke was kicked around in front of them. And to think he is holding back. Naruto said, shocking Sakura as they watched Lee remove the bandages on his hands. Naruto saw the scars and bruises on his fists. Naruto visibly tensed as he saw what Lee was doing. This is over. Naruto said as Lee kicked Sasuke into the air and then leapt up after Sasuke and the bandages wrapped around Sasuke, but a spin wheel launched through the air and hit the bandages and stuck to the wall with Lee dangling. Naruto, what did you mean by he was holding back? Sakura asked. Lee is wearing weights. Naruto told her. He was using the Iron Fist stance. It is the only stance that uses the 8 celestial gates to augment their attacks. The attack Lee was going to use on Sasuke opens the first gate. Naruto explained as they looked at a giant turtle. It is said that if a civilian was to open all 8 gates they would become as strong or stronger than the Hokage. Naruto added as they watched a man that looked similar to Lee appear on its back. But opening the gates has consequences, you will rip muscles, break bones, tear ligaments. But when you open the last gate you will die. Naruto told Sakura. But there is one way to survive opening the gate of death. Naruto told her. Only one person every 200 years are born with the 9th fabled gate, the gate of resurrection. It changes all the chakra you gain from releasing the 8 gates into healing chakra, healing the body of all damage. Naruto told Sakura as they watched the man punch Lee then hug him and a sunset appeared behind them. Sakura is that he trailed off as Sakura tried to release the genjutsu but couldn't. Hurry, it is being burned into my memory. Naruto exclaimed as Sakura tried again as they covered their eyes. I can't release it. Sakura exclaimed. That was scary. Naruto said as Sakura nodded. I am sorry for my student's rudeness, Naruto Uzumaki. The older man said. Can you say something? Naruto asked as the man had anime tears running down his face. Even his students are cool, the man thought. I am Might Guy. Guy told Naruto. Ah yes, the green beast of Konoha. Naruto said. And you would be the Black Death of Konoha. Guy said. Well, I have to drag my teammate to the first exam. Naruto said as he walked over to the downed Uchiha and roughly lifted him up. I hope you now realize that there are people who can kick the crap out of you. Naruto told the Uchiha. And they don't care about your surname. Shut up. Sasuke said. Naruto Uzumaki, you will forever be my eternal rival. Lee exclaimed. Ah, okay. Naruto said, confused as he walked away with Naruto over his shoulder and Sakura close behind him. What is an eternal rival? Naruto asked as Sakura shrugged. I have no idea. Sakura said. Maybe Kakashi knows. Sakura told Naruto as they came upon 2 large double doors Kakashi had appeared in front of them. I am happy to see you 3 decided to take the exam. Kakashi said. What happened to Sasuke? He asked. He fought Rock Lee. Naruto told Kakashi. By the way, do you know what an eternal rival is? Naruto asked. Oh god, tell me none of you accepted the offer. Kakashi said. I did. Naruto said as Kakashi groaned. You will know soon. Kakashi told Naruto. Good luck you 3. Kakashi said as the 3 walked into the room to see hundreds of genin. Naruto whistled as he saw all the genin. Wow, this is a lot of genin. Naruto said as Sakura nodded. Naruto looked around to see his friends and girlfriend not too far away. Naruto led his team towards them. Hinata was being bothered by Kiba. Come on Hinata-chan, just one date. Kiba said. I already said no. Hinata said simply. Come on, it isn't like you are seeing anyone. Kiba said. Actually I am. Hinata said, shocking them all. Right, Naruto-kun? Hinata asked as she walked towards him as he placed Sasuke on the ground. Yup. Naruto said. But you know how I hate you wearing that cloak indoors. Hinata scolded him as she went to untie it. I don't think that would be a good idea. Naruto warned, but Hinata didn't listen and untied the cloak and pulled the hood back to reveal long blonde hair tied in a ponytail. He had 2 locks of hair framing his face, his hair was spikier. Holy shit, when did Naruto become a hunk? Ino exclaimed as Sakura just stared. I don't suggest taking my cloak off, Hinaheim. Naruto warned, but she didn't listen and took off his cloak, and she saw that he didn't have a shirt under his cloak. His chest was well muscled and tanned. The 2 heard squeals and thuds as girls started to go towards him. Hinata instantly turned and kissed Naruto passionately, shocking their friends and making Naruto's new fangirls groan. Who knew I had so many fangirls? Naruto asked after Hinata pulled away from the kiss. More than you think. Hinata mumbled. How do you know? Naruto asked. I was the president. Hinata mumbled with a mild blush. I was wondering when you would come out and say you were dating Naruto Uzumaki. Shino said emotionlessly. How did you know? Naruto asked. My bugs could smell your scent on her. Shino replied, making the 2 blush at the insinuation that could be interpreted as. Naruto, what have you done with Hinata-chan? Sakura asked dangerously. Nothing. Naruto exclaimed. Well, we did sleep together last night. Hinata replied at the same time, then blushed when she realized what she had said. All we did was sleep, I swear, she exclaimed. Naruto. Sakura said dangerously. Naruto felt 2 arms wrap around his chest. Naruto turned his head to see Temari latched onto him. Hello, handsome. Temari said, smiling at him. Why me? Naruto thought as Hinata turned to glare at Temari. Let him go. Hinata said dangerously, and all her friends, Naruto included, were shocked when they felt a subtle and immense killer intent leaking from Hinata. He is mine and no one else's. She said dangerously. Naruto slipped from Temari's grips and went behind Hinata. I do have to admit, Naruto looks delicious, and if he wasn't taken I would definitely go for him. Naruto heard Ino say to Sakura. What is with me? Naruto thought to himself. Might be another side effect of our fulmergence. Kyubi told Naruto. Oh joy. Naruto mumbled as Hinata snuggled into his chest as Temari stomped away. What happened? Naruto thought. Hinata-chan said something about you are going to be her husband. Kyubi answered his question as Naruto blushed. Okay, you love birds, stop the show. A man from the front yelled, gaining all the genin's attention. Hey Ibiki. Naruto said calmly as the man released killer intent. Naruto was completely unfazed by the killer intent. Naruto, Ibiki growled. Okay, everyone take a seat. He said. Yeah, no need to release that killer intent. Naruto said as he and Hinata walked towards several empty seats. Girls took the seats around the 2 and stared dreamily at Naruto. Okay, stop star. He trailed off as Hinata and Naruto vanished in 2 puffs of smoke to reveal Sakura and Ino sitting where the 2 were. What the, how did we get here? Ino asked. Naruto's special shunshin. Sakura explained with a groan. He can teleport anyone he wants to. Sakura explained. The girls looked around to see Naruto sitting towards the back. They went to stand. Once seated you cannot move. He told the group of girls. Ibiki glared at Naruto for causing a ruckus. No need to glare at me, Ibiki-chan. Naruto mocked, earning a very vicious glare as Chunin were passing out the exams. Naruto was meeting Ibiki's deadly glare with his own calm, emotionless gaze. Maybe I should fail you now. Ibiki threatened. If it means I don't have to see your ugly mug I don't care. Naruto remarked. Elsewhere, if it means I don't have to see your ugly mug I don't care. A group of Junin and the Hokage heard Naruto tell the head of Anbu interrogation. Wow, Naruto-kun sure has guts. Kurenai remarked from her spot next to Asuma. I think he wants a death wish. Asuma remarked. Oh, I am sure Naruto-kun has something on him. Kurenai told her crush. What do you mean? Asuma asked as everyone in the room paid attention to Kurenai. Naruto-kun has enough information on everyone in the shinobi program that he could blackmail anyone he wants into doing anything he wants. Kurenai told everyone, shocking them. Luckily for me I am close to Hinata-chan and Naruto-kun, so I should be in the safe zone along with Anko-chan and Iruka-kun. And Hinata-chan, of course. What about me? Kakashi asked as Kurenai glared at him. Oh, you think that you would be an exception because you are his sensei? Kurenai asked distastefully. What is your problem? Kakashi demanded, putting his book away. Oh, I find it kind of funny that myself and Anko-chan were treating the 2 like students and not troubled teens. Kurenai spat at the older Junin. I know how you ditched your students. I am the only one who can teach Sasuke how to use his Sharingan. Kakashi insisted. I still think Anko-chan made a point when she asked who taught you how to use the Sharingan. Kurenai told Kakashi while she glared at the white-haired Junin. You wouldn't understand. Kakashi said before walking away. Did the fourth Hokage, your sensei, pick favorites? Kurenai asked as Kakashi appeared in front of Kurenai glaring and releasing a large amount of killer intent. Don't talk about my sensei. Kakashi said dangerously. I will talk about whoever I want to. Kurenai shot back. Now answer my question, did Minato Namikaze, our fourth Hokage, pick favorites? Kurenai demanded angrily. This is over until I say so. Hiruzen yelled, silencing the two Junin. One more word about this subject during the Chunin exams will be punished severely. He warned dangerously. Exam area. The exam had started and Naruto looked at the test one time before placing it down and could see that the test is impossible to do if you weren't incredibly smart. It didn't take him long to see that a lot of people were cheating. He also saw people being thrown out for cheating. Naruto spent 15 minutes thinking about the exam. He suddenly smirked deviously, making Hinata, who could see him with her Byakugan, active, and it was hidden by a simple genjutsu. It was making her nervous as she saw him writing a few things down and placing the paper upside down. She noticed that Naruto had pushed his chakra into the paper so she couldn't read what he said. Ibiki noticed that Naruto wrote some short answers down before flipping it over. What is he doing? Ibiki thought to himself. Ibiki and Naruto were having a staring contest, well, more like Ibiki was glaring and Naruto was staring blankly back. It was now 15 minutes till the end of the exam and neither Ibiki or Naruto had blinked once. I think it is time for the 10th question. Naruto said as he continued to stare. There is still 5 more minutes left. Ibiki growled. So there is. Naruto said back calmly. Everyone watched the staring contest with interest to see who won. Okay, since everyone is supposedly done, I will tell you about the 10th question and the different rules it has. Ibiki said, turning to the group of genin. Unlike the other questions, you can quit now and come back later. Why would we want to do that? Kiba Inuzuka yelled angrily. Because if you don't get the 10th question correct, you will immediately get a 0 and be thrown from the exam. Ibiki said sadistically. And that isn't all. If you stay and get the question wrong, you will be prohibited to ever take the Chunin exams and be doomed to be a genin for life. Ibiki said as several people started to panic. Ibiki looked at Naruto to see him just staring back with the same look that was through most of the exam. He could see several teams leaving. He smirked when he saw Naruto's hand start to rise. But that smirk disappeared when Naruto slammed it down onto the desk, nearly breaking it in half, and stood. I don't care if I am a genin for life, I will still find a way to be the best Hokage ever. Naruto yelled, unconsciously both intimidating and stealing everyone. After Naruto displayed his strength, 2 more teams got up and left, afraid of going after Naruto's team. The rest stayed because of Naruto. Is this how you want it? If you are wrong, you will be a genin. Ibiki warned as no one got up. Well, all I have to say is you. He trailed off as something flew through the window with a banner. Sexiest kunoichi alive. Oh god, no. Naruto whispered as he started to sink into his seat, trying to vanish. You all pass. Anko said, smiling sadistically. You are early, Anko. Ibiki said. I am Anko Mitarashi, the examiner for the 2nd exam. Anko said, ignoring Ibiki. Now if you follow me to the next exam place. She added as she looked at the assembled genin. Wow, Ibiki, 30 teams, you are going soft. Anko said when Ibiki suddenly smirked. Well, it is that brat's fault. Ibiki said, pointing directly at Naruto. Oh, Naru-chan. Anko said as she saw Naruto. Naruto flushed in embarrassment. Come here, Naru-chan, greet me correctly. She told Naruto. Naruto didn't move. I said greet me properly, she exclaimed as Naruto sunk even more as people started to chuckle and laugh. She suddenly started to walk towards Naruto and grabbed his ear and gave it a massive tug, making him yelp in pain. Everyone watched as Anko scolded Naruto. Ibiki sat back and enjoyed the scene. Those photos are going public, Ibiki, you hear me, public. Naruto yelled before Anko tugged again. Elsewhere, photos. Everyone watching through the crystal ball asked at once. Exam, Anko, I think it is time for the 2nd exam. Ibiki told Anko. Oh yes, everyone follow me. Anko said as she started to drag Naruto away with several people laughing. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like for more what ifs and support the author. See you guys in the next video.